Okay, so the first thing you're doing every single time is you're going to label what it tells you. So this tells me FGB is 105 degrees. And then it tells me BGH is 54 degrees. Okay, and it's asking, it says find FGH. FGH is the whole thing. So what would I do? Add. So 105 plus 54 gives me 159. So the answer here is 159 degrees. Everybody okay with that?
That's it.
That's it. Okay, look at number 2. Again, first things first, we're going to label what we know. It says IHG, so IHG, which is the whole thing, yes, is 176. And then it says QHG. QHG is 130 degrees. And it says find IHQ. So IHQ. So it wants that little piece. This is what it's looking for. So what would I do this time? Subtract. So I'm going to take the total and take away the one side we do know. And if I type that in my calculator, y'all, what do we get?
46.
Everybody get 46?
I need to yes.
So there's our answer. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now, could you set this one up the same as pretty much all of them? Could you do inside plus inside equals the whole thing? X plus 130 equals 176. And then minus 130 minus 130. Would that give you the exact same thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Isn't that exactly what we just did?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so let's look at number 3. I'll put it back up there in a second. Okay, again, first things first, we're going to label everything we know. So it says BJK. So BJK is 146 plus 2x. And then it says IJK. Well, that's the whole thing, is 172 degrees. And then it says IJB is 2x plus 26. 2x plus 26. And it says find x. So we have to create an equation and solve to find our x. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
So knowing that, I want you to realize the inside angle plus the inside angle equals the whole thing every single time. So 2x plus 26 plus the other inside angle is 146 plus 2x equals what's my whole thing? 172. Now we solve.
Everything together.
We're going to combine all of our like terms on this side. So what are my like terms on that side? What's 2x plus 2x? So the biggest mistake I see here is that y'all are trying to do opposites. But if it's staying on the same side of the equal sign, will you ever do opposite? No, the only time you do the opposite is when you move it to the opposite side. Yes? Okay, and then what's 26 plus 146? 172. Now what do I do? Minus 172 on both sides. And don't those both cancel?
Yes.
Which is okay. 0 is a number. So I get 4x equals 0. Last step. By. And I get x equals what?
0.
And there's your answer. It said find x. Did we just find x? Then we're done. Now, what if it asked me to find my angles? Then I would have to plug it in. Any questions with that? Okay, so let's look at the next one. Okay, so this one is supplementary. I always say it backwards. Supplementary. And I know that because it's a straight line, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what do we remember about supplementary? It's when the two angles equal what? 180. So it's when an angle plus another angle equals 180 degrees. Well, what represents my first angle? Plus what represents my second angle?
X minus 3.
And that equals 180. So the pro is we don't really ever have any distributing, which is nice, but I always do, not always, but most of the time we do have combining like terms. So what are my like terms on this side?
153.
Yeah, the 153 and the negative 3. What's 153 minus 3?
150.
Now what?
That's 150.
Yeah, minus 150 on both sides. And then do I even have to divide anything? No. So I get x equals 30. Well, the question does say find x, but what else does it tell me to find? Find the missing angle. So I know this angle is 153. I don't know this angle. So I need to plug in 30 for x. What's 30 minus 3? So 27 degrees is my other answer. Okay, so last one together, and then y'all will have your practice, is this one. So it says find x, find the missing angle. So same concept. What do I know about this one? It's complementary. How do I know it's complementary? It has that little box, so I know it's a right angle. So remember, complementary, I have to sound it out. I probably still spelled it wrong, but whatever. An angle plus an angle equals 90 degrees. Well, what represents my first angle?
4x plus 1.
And what represents my second angle?
9 plus x.
Okay, then what? Combine my like terms. What are my like terms? Well, 4x and x, which makes 5x. And what else? 1 and 9, which creates what? What do I do next? And I get 5x equals 80. Last step. And x equals. Okay, so it said find x. There's my x. What else did it say to find? The missing angles. So I have to plug it in for x. So 4 times 16 plus 1. And then y'all, that's just a calculator problem. Do not overstress that. 4 parentheses 16 plus 1 is 65. So this is 65 degrees. And then this would just be 9 plus 16, which is 25. So here are my 3 answers. Now, I know I haven't given y'all the blue paper yet, but I want to talk about one of them, and I'll leave it on the screen for when y'all get your blue paper. But I do want to look at one of them together before I'm done. Yes? Okay, so again, I know y'all don't have it yet. It's okay, I'll put it up there. So everybody look at my number 3. This is the one that people have been given the most trouble on today. So again, first things first, we're going to label everything on our image. Yes? So it tells me HGF, well, that's the whole thing, right? Is 16x plus 4. And then it tells me EGF is 110. And HGE is 3x plus 11. Well, y'all remember, every time we set these up, don't we do inside angle plus inside angle equals the whole thing? That's the same concept. So inside angle is 110 plus inside angle is 3x plus 11 equals the total, which is 16x plus 4.
Are you gonna leave that on the board?
I'm going to leave it on the board. So what I want y'all to realize is it doesn't matter if the whole angle is not like a whole number. It's okay if it has an x and stuff. So you'll just combine like terms, move your x's to one side, your non-x's to the other, and divide. Yes? Cool. Okay, I'm going to pass this out.